Hello and welcome to FSM News on the Road. I'm Sterling Hill.
And I'm Stacy Embry. FSM News has been out and about this summer. We have visited some pretty cool places.
That's right. This week we're at the 27th Annual National Night Out Against Crime and Violence with some local community members gathering here at 72nd and Ingleside across the street from the Gary Comer Youth Center.
This is a very important newscast for us because so many of our teens are affected by violence. But tonight is about crime and drug prevention. There's so much community support and resources out here tonight, so we're happy to be covering such a positive event.
FSM News on the Road.
Some of our peers have been involved in a huge project about surveying teens about major problem areas including housing, violence, education, employment, and even health.
The statistics were very alarming. Many teens said that the biggest problem they were facing in their communities today was crime and violence.
You know, Stacy, I wonder if there is a direct connection. You know, if teens are employed with good jobs, do that lead to more violence in their communities? Our FSM reporter Shaquille Hughes asked some teens here at National Night Out to reflect on how they feel about this question.
Many community members at this event agreed that there are certain factors that lead to violence, but tonight they're focusing on some solutions for cracking down on the violence within their community. Here's the story.
Many people who come out to the 3rd District National Night Out event had their own opinions for why teens react in violent ways.
If we educate our youth a little bit more, starting in the home, you will help mold and guide our children and just education and having them something to do.
There are some teens who have noticed that there is a big problem within their community. Money is the root of it. Many teens make the unfortunate choice to make a living by taking matters in their own hands.
Some people think that to get what they want, they have to fight for it, but that's not the case. You can work hard towards something, but not hurt somebody in the process.
Nearly a third of Chicago youth recently surveyed through a project called Nuf-Said say that not having jobs with good wages is the biggest problem facing them and their families. Does this statistic directly connect to increased violence within communities?
Some people think that the kids don't want to work, but I found that not to be the case. I found that most of the young people that I encounter and I deal with, they want to work, even the bad ones that we catch. They say that if they had a job, they wouldn't be stealing.
I think if people did have jobs, they had something to be doing than being in the streets. That's why the South Shore Drill Team, they have it because it keeps the youth active instead of hanging in the streets.
In hopes of making changes to our communities, National Night Out is putting forth the effort and building community members' confidence to say enough is enough.
There's a project called Project 365, and their goal is to correct some problems facing communities by National Night Out 2011. For more information, visit nationalnightout.org. I'm Shaquille Hughes, live at National Night Out event. Back to you.
Sorry, but we have to take a short break.
When we get back, it gets up close and personal. We'll have some teens talk about how they have been affected by violence. As you can see, National Night Out is an event designed to reduce community violence by promoting neighborhood spirit.
Unity in the community can help teens who are victims of violence speak up against it. FSM's Keith Reed Cleveland went out to listen to some of the teens who were affected by this violence.
Violence is a problem that affects everyone, but here at National Night Out, I'll be talking to teens about their first-hand experiences with local violence. National Night Out 2010 in the Grand Crossing community was filled with moving performances.
The Star-Spangled Banner yet waves.
One of which was devoted to the late Blair Hope, killed while trying to shield someone in the crossfire. People of all ages are affected by violence. It has an impact on many people, but especially on teens.
My friend was walking to the store and some gang was having a little fight and he got shot and was killed.
A couple weeks ago, my nephew, he was at his friend's house and he got kidnapped by like these guys in their 20s, like shot him and killed him and they left him there.
These testimonies are very powerful, but not nearly as powerful as actually going through the experiences. The question is, what can be done to take these negative experiences and keep them from being repeated?
Telling people, you know, we're tired of it, we got to do something about it, we got to get to the people.
I had a chance to speak to who I think is a very insightful young adult about what he thinks should be done to end community violence.
Going out with just being a brother to young men, being a brother to the young sisters, and accepting the responsibility to build the community.
Violence is a very serious problem. But if we can continue to find a way to come together at events like tonight, we can eventually make a difference. Reporting live for FSM News, I'm Keith Reed, Cleveland. Back to you, Stacey and Sterling.
When we come back, we'll discuss a deep subject among us teens, snitching. Stick with us. Teen Talk is coming up next.
Why you cheating on me, Jeremy? I'm not even cheating on you. Let me go. Calm down. You need to calm down. You need to.
You know what? I think I'm just gonna do something about it.
I wasn't even cheating on you.
Wait, hold on. Get up. Y'all need to do something for the fight. It's not the answer. Y'all need to talk it out instead of fighting. Use your words.
Snitching is viewed as something very negative in many communities. Now, Stacey, tell me, what is the big hoopla about snitching?
I think snitching is something that's perceived as being negative, but it is necessary. In this week's Teen Talk, Himani Cannon and Sierra Newman get some opinions on snitching. Take a look.
Hi, I'm Sierra Newman, and welcome to Teen Talk. It's wonderful to see how a group of community members can get together to help fight against violence and also build a better relationship. Today, I'm here at National Night Out to get teens' opinion on what is snitching.
Snitching is like when you're telling on somebody for what they did and what they are about to do.
Snitching is basically telling.
Snitching means to me like to tell on somebody else when they don't want you to tell on them. Like if somebody had drugs, to go tell the police and then they'll say you was snitching.
I don't think they'll snitch because they already know what's going to happen to them. They're going to be too scared to snitch, so they're not going to say nothing.
I think they won't snitch because they'll be too scared about somebody coming to shoot them up or something, and they always talking about, oh, that's my friend, so I'm not going to tell on him or her.
Do you feel that snitching causes more violence?
Yes, it really do. It do. Because when you snitch, that person going to want to retaliate, so it's best not.
What situation do you feel it's better to snitch or say nothing at all? Or do you feel that snitching is helpful?
It all depends on what happens. But I think snitching is better because it's not really snitching, it's telling the truth.
Well, with National Night Out being designed to generate support and participation in anti-crime programs, it's a great way to send messages to criminals and youth to help prevent further crime. Reporter for FSM News, I'm Sierra Newman. Back to you, Sterling and Stacey.
Thanks, Sierra and Kimani. We have come to the end of our show. Thanks for tuning in to FSM News on the Road.
Remember, you can always check us out on our Facebook page. See you next week. Peace.
Hi, it's Amber Ellis with FSM 2 behind the scenes. I'm here with Shavicia and Shaquille. So what was the hardest thing was doing? Yeah. Report it. That's it. Report it. It took like 100 times and you still almost get it right. I know about it. I reported it as good as I could. Dang. Report it. That's it. FSM 2.
Hi, my name is Leslie Harrison. I am the alderman of the 5th Ward. And I think that National Night Out is important for so many reasons. It's important for the community to come out and take a stand against crime and against violence in the communities.
Free Spirit Media partners with schools and organizations to provide education, access, and opportunity in media production to underserved urban youth. Through hands-on production of their own media content, participants build life skills in communication, critical and independent thinking, teamwork, and the use of technology. Believing that youth perspectives are a critical element of American culture, Free Spirit Media actively distributes student work to a range of audiences. Participants' dreams and aspirations grow, and in turn, their voices and visions benefit our society.